Hello, it's me. I'm back, y'all. Welcome back, everybody. And it's so weird because I know that the candle is lit, but it doesn't appear to be lit. But, anyways, it's lit. All right, guys. How are you doing this evening? Welcome back, loves. Welcome back to Tarot Talk Live. My name is Catherine. I am the host of the channel. I hope everybody can hear me okay. I hope you all are having a wonderful day today. I hope everybody is doing well. I hope everybody is safe and somewhere cool in your homes. Okay. If you're in Antarctica, hopefully you're cold too. The way things are heating up across the planet right now, it all just seems like a big ball of karma, but we're going to talk about that later. But for everybody who is new to this channel, I want to welcome you to Tarot Talk Live and the community. And I call us a tribe over here, okay? Bit of a soul tribe, if you will. But yeah, it's just a place where you can just kind of kick back, be you, be respectful, but be you. Say what you want to say, ask the questions that you want to ask, and hopefully get the answers that you are looking for. So, what we are on this channel is an interactive channel, and we are going live. Yes, I said it live tomorrow to celebrate our goal of 100 subscribers. And as I like to get down, y'all know I owe everybody that is a part of this clan a round of applause. Can I give it to you one more time? And I want to say thank you. Okay. Thank you for you guys rocking with me, being patient with me as I have gone through lots of changes. We've had some sound quality issues before, but I was actually being energetically moved. Okay. And I am now in a position that I am very happy to be in. You guys, I have my own recording studio where it is just me. So you guys have me all to yourself, it seems. And that is a good thing because I can really focus on what I um, feel that my gift is. Okay. And we're going to be doing that, some of that tonight. But again, I just want to give a shout out to everybody who's new. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel. It is free. We are also trying to grow. Our next goal, you guys, is 250. 250, you guys. We can do it, okay? And I want to get to the 250 mark. I want to say by Thanksgiving. If we can get to 250 subscribers by Thanksgiving, I mean, like literally, you guys, I am going to really be so excited and I am going to surprise you guys with a huge giveaway and a lot of fun prizes. Okay. So keep in mind, you guys, we are going to be having a giveaway on tomorrow. So it's going to be a special giveaway. And there are also going to be some opportunities for you guys to ask questions. So please make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you hit those notification bells and select all so that you can get notified when I go live. But it will be around the 6-ish Central Standard Time mark, around that time, 6:30, around that time. So stay tuned and posted for the channel um, notification to go out to you guys. Okay. All right. So hit the like buttons if you could also. It really helps us as a channel. It's going to help us grow. And I'm going to get to the reading. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. I'm going to start getting down to intros that are less than a minute, you guys. So trust me, I'm getting there. But right now, I'm just trying to get my groove back. Okay. So let me cook. All right. Let me cook. But tonight, you guys, we got stuff to talk about. And it's kind of serious. And we're going to do a little bit of a breakaway. We're not talking about our case, our Nancy Guthrie case, because that's been our main focus on the true crime side of things. But tonight we are looking at a completely different situation, one that has kind of been on the sidelines, but we have talked about, quite a bit on this channel and also recently. And that is just the overall situation that we are in, politically, geopolitically, so many other ways, that we are pretty much, we have our ourselves in a bit of a tense situation, if you will. And I'm going to tell you that right here on this channel, on Conspiracy Theory Shorts, it was episode number 23. And in that episode, you guys, I specifically talked about the exact same thing that is happening right now with the United States, our situation with our Navy and the conditions that they're in and under, and the military in general, and our lack of weapons and ways to defend ourselves properly as a nation. And I literally talked about that in episode number 23 of Conspiracy Theory Shorts, not Conspiracy Theories, but the shorts. And this was a longer version. It wasn't very short. It's like 50 minutes or so. But we got into it and we talked about it. And we were talking about Israel, actually. We were talking about President Netanyahu fighting the war, with, Lebanon, and just un unexplainable going in and attacking Iran. It's just unexplainable. Um, just going over there and attacking those people, period. Um, Based on an idea that you're not even really standing on anymore. It's not even about the idea anymore. It's completely something different. But what it feels like right now, it feels like karma to me. Okay. The reason why I say it feels like karma is because I literally was doing this reading and not realizing that the reading was actually about us and our leader. But it's also a combination because we were standing lock and step with that leader, and for some strange reason appearing to be moved like puppets on a stage. It's quite interesting to watch. And the way in which it's going down. I mean, I said that this was happening before it even happened, before the first presidency, what the goals were. I knew that it was all about dollar signs. I saw that aura. It was like a greenish black aura in a negative sense. Okay, in a negative sense, not in a heart chakra sense, in a dark sense. Okay, and it wasn't good. Um, but I want to know which is going to be the bigger snake here, because they're they're two. Let's not make the mistake of it, but which is the bigger one? Because guess what is going to happen? And this is based on a dream that my grandmother shared with me that my aunt had. Okay. One of my beautiful aunts. I love her dearly. I love all of my aunts, all of them. All of my aunties are just the most beautiful people I've ever met. Next to my mom and my grandmother and my children and my siblings and cousins, I just have the most beautiful family I've ever imagined, and I'm so thankful. But what I will say is this particular aunt, she had a dream. Oh, sounds like Martin Luther King. She had a dream, and in the dream, and this is a prophetic dream. If you know, you just know. Um, and she's definitely one of the prayer warriors of the family. But in the dream, the 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 bigger snake swallowed the little one, right? The bigger snake swallowed the little one, or the smaller one. How about that? The bigger snake swallowed the smaller one. Which one is going to be the one to swallow the other one? And that is just another term for betrayal, annihilation. Um, Betrayal is what I can see. Selling out is also another good way to phrase it. And I hate to say this, but that's the energy that I want to look into. I also want to look into what the energy is around our Navy. Okay. And on the USS Lincoln and the USS George W. Bush, I believe, is the other naval ship where the conditions are so deplorable that the soldiers, the officers are literally trying to put themselves in jeopardy because they don't feel safe and are losing morale to the point of losing their minds on these ships and being having a lack of proper nutrition. Can you imagine? Can you imagine what must be happening? A lack of proper sanitation and plumbing. Can you imagine the lack of proper facilities to clean yourself? Proper hygiene, efficient sources of clean, fresh water, proper conditions, climate controlled facilities. None of this is being thought of when it comes to our military, is what I am hearing. And many sources, it's not just one and it's not just me, and it's also from the sources. We're talking the families, the parents, the spouses, and of these soldiers, and in some cases, the soldiers themselves, if you can imagine the fear and also how awful the conditions must be for them to be speaking out about it. Because to speak out about it is to put yourself in jeopardy of being imprisoned for the rest of your life because they're trying to cover up war crimes and lies to keep the morale of people wanting to continue fighting their false and unjustified wars. Okay? Trying to force your colonialism on folk that don't want no parts of it. They have no interest in being a part of a capitalist society. They have no interest, need, or desire. Do you know what I'm saying? They're on a different level. And what you're seeing right now, the way that their army is performing and the way their nation has performed, or should I say outperformed, is a testament to why you might want to ask somebody before you go messing with certain folk. You might want to consult with others that may know a little bit better than you do before you go minding other people's business that you have no business messing with, Mr. President. I'm just saying, this is just my opinion. And I'm just here to entertain you, just as a reminder and a disclaimer. This channel and everything that I say on this channel is strictly for entertainment purposes only. Okay? So, and my disclaimer is in the description box below. And everywhere I go, you know how I get down. Don't even try to clown. And let's finish the reading, or let's get started. So, again, this all feels like karma. Another thing that I want to look into, and we're just going to be pulling the cards and seeing what the cards say and how it lines up. But there's a matter of where's the money, Donald? There were billions, if some of you may or may not know or be aware. I'm going to school you right now. There were billions of dollars that were given to the federal government to issue out in the form of federal contracts. Yeah, federal contracts in the guise of business corporations. And the business corporations were all set up, and we're going to call them we're going to call them shelters, corporate shelters. And these corporate shelters were set up to have the appearance of growing the economy, factories that were supposed to produce all of these goods and services. And with that comes jobs to boost our economy even more, give jobs to the people, put the people to work, the American dream. But all of the factories, where are they? Or where are the goods that were supposed to be flowing through them? Where are the jobs that were created or supposedly supposed to have been created, putting people to work in these factories? Where is the money? Who are these big corporate giant friends that got these shelter contracts? And we're going to say sweetheart deals that were made. Lots and lots of deals. Who does that sound like? Lots and lots of deals were made. But the factories are a nothing burger. They simply don't even exist. Where are they? Where is the money, Donald? Let's see. Maybe the cards will tell us. Let's start there. Let's ask one question. Okay? And this question should sum it up for every topic that I mentioned and everything that I said I wanted to look into in this particular episode of Conspiracy Theory. I want to know, is America being mismanaged? That's it. That is all. What will the cards show us? As I try to somehow fix the camera so you guys can see more of the action as it is happening. So I can shuffle the short way, but not the long way, folks. My hands are still under construction. They are still under construction. Therapy starts this week. Should have started it already, but it starts this week. Okay, so we're just going to pull some cards here, okay? And I'm not going to turn them up just yet because I'm going to pull from a few different decks. All right. Because that's the way I want to do it today. And maybe this is the way some of you prefer. Some of you like all the cards dealt out first, and you want them face down as more of a suspense thing. You don't want to really see all the answers before we go over things, right? See the magic as it happens. I like that one. Oh, yeah, I like that one. See the magic as it happens. Did I tell you about the time I was doing a reading and the time when I did have crystals? I don't have them out anymore. I have them packed away. But I don't use them anymore. My sister, um, she really made some things very plain and clear. So I don't need all of that to um, communicate with the source. Okay. The Father is with me at all times, present and more powerful than anything on this earth. I don't need any assistance. All I need is the power of the Holy Spirit, and that's it. The ability to say Jesus, the ability to call on him, to want him, to think about him, to dwell on him, to pray, to communicate with him, to talk to him when I'm in trouble. You know what I mean? And that card went in the reverse. Whoa, that went in the reverse. So, yeah, I don't want to have anything in between me and God. But yeah, crystal literally spun around on top of a deck. I did not touch the deck. There was no draft. The windows weren't open in the room that I was in. Nothing like that. That card must have wanted to go in the reverse or needed to, because I was pulling cards, you guys. So none of these should be in the reverse, but that one, for whatever reason, I dealt it out in the reverse. Okay, and then we will clarify with the tarot messages when we get done here. All right. See what else we got. And I don't, pray to anybody but God himself, Jesus. That is it. Okay? No spirits, nothing like that. When I say spirit, I mean Holy Spirit. But I don't call on any spirits or assistance in anything that I do. Okay? I am merely reading cards, the energy, my intuition, and that's it. And different things that come up during the reading, different things that come to my mind, images that come to my mind, images that, thoughts that come into my mind during the reading, things like that, feelings. If I get a pain or a physical sensation of some sort, I will sometimes attribute that. That card wanted to come out, so I took it. All right, so now I'm down to pulling in threes, it seems. I went from 4 to 3. Now I think I'm going down to 2. Uh-oh. And that one did not go in the reverse. Okay, so that's good. All right. And I don't mean that's good because it's a good, you never know what the cards mean, whether they're in the upright or the reverse. It doesn't always mean it's a bad or negative connotation because it's in the reverse, guys. All right, let's go. First card that I'm pulling up for us is the Lovers, number 6. And the Lovers represents a soul tie. It represents a Commitment, it represents two people who choose to be on the same wavelength, who choose to be with one another. Um, they follow each other's lead. Okay. Hold on one second. Let me grab my drink. I think I put it in the freezer. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I forgot that I had a slushy and I wanted to make sure it wasn't melting. Um, okay, sorry. So we have the lovers here. Again, this is all about two people choosing, okay, making some sort of a choice to be on the same page. This is a partnership, right? By choice. No one is forcing the other person to be there. They both want to be there. There's an agreement, if you will, between the two parties. Okay. And seeing that we're talking about two nations here that are acting in, what did I say? Lockstep with one another. This is that energy. Okay. Well, what do you have here? What did I tell you? 8. False person. This is karmic energy, and this is an energy of what did I mention? A snake, someone who is deceptive, okay? Has a mask, if you will, covering their true intentions, or an energy of someone who is willing to deceive the other person. Now, you see how we have the lovers here, and look at how the position of these two are now. And the one that's standing in the background is actually the one to be concerned with. You would think it would be this feminine energy, but no, she's looking ahead. She has something covering a part of her face, right? But the person that is in the background is the one who has a shield over their eyes. Do you see what I'm saying? So, not revealing what their actual sights are. It's like you don't know what this person's true goals are. While the other person is maybe dishonest to an extent, it could be, or you know what I mean? I feel like there's something about what this person is saying or not saying. Either way, these two, it's going to get to a point where they don't trust each other. Okay? Needing to look over their shoulder because the person behind them has their eyes set on something, and it all appears to be very deceitful. Okay? Someone is a false person out of the two of these as far as this union goes. You see what I mean? It's a choice and it's an agreement only for so long. And y'all, who does that remind y'all of? Who else makes deals and doesn't keep them? Who else says that they're going to do something and pay something and then they renege on it? Do you see what I'm saying? Who else doesn't have to do what everybody else in America has to do when it comes to revealing the truth about things and being in the open? Who else? We have new love coming through. You see that? These cards, the glare here, it's kind of difficult. We have new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. And this is no romance, but this is a false or misleading. I feel like this is a what you would call a toxic and untrustworthy connection. You know how you're dating somebody, you know what I'm saying? Because you have like a semi decent time with this person, but you know that this person is no good. You know that this person has got this and that going on, but you're still in the company of this person for whatever it means for the time that it exists at the moment. That's the type of energy I'm getting. And with new love here and a new person stirring someone's romantic feelings, this is telling me that there is another third party that is sparking the interest of someone else who has become greedy or someone who has become self motivated, someone who has interest only in themselves and getting out of a situation that they never should have gotten into. Do you know what I mean? If you know, you know. So there's someone that is, I feel, having side talks perhaps and promising to get a particular person or entity out of hot water if they would just go ahead and betray the other one. Y'all, I am telling you right now, I wouldn't trust a contract. They talk about these Abraham uh, papers or the Abraham doctrines, whatever you call it. What is it? The Abraham, what is it? Hold on, I'm going to get it. Hold on. Y'all don't have me on here saying stuff wrong. The Abraham Accords. Okay. The Abraham Accords. So, anyways, these are supposedly like, it's almost like a treaty, I would say. And I I feel like who would trust any contract that was written by a supposed alleged war criminal or just criminal in general, having been convicted or, yeah, convicted for multiple crimes? Or is it accused? So you tell me, past life relationship, new love and past life relationship. So you have known each other before. Oh, uh, it's starting to become quite clear. So what nation was Donald Trump accused of rubbing elbows a little too closely with? Mm-hmm. Russia, Russia, Russia. Could this perhaps be the whispering, meddling, play two ends against the middle country? Because ultimately, the bigger play is the chess move. Get these two to scrap with one another until they're both weakened, and then we will come in with the coup de grace, perhaps, nation. That sounds like a chess move to me. And the others look like they're playing checkers with all the unreasonable, unjustified infighting that is not doing anything but depleting their means. Boy, oh boy. Well, there it is. We have passion here, is the third card of this bunch. Well, there is going to be a lot of passion, and sometimes passion can lead to aggressiveness and tempers flaring. Okay? Because passion is one emotion, but it can quickly turn into another. And it says, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. But with this past life relationship, and then you have this new love, it says a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Now, when it comes to someone stirring the pot, I could only think of one person who likes to meddle in affairs with propaganda, which is material, whether it be in the form of photographs, video content, okay, literature, written doctrine, advertisements, and other publications, not even beginning with the social media outlets. But it's a form of using others, getting in the middle of affairs to get angry, stirring your romantic feelings, stirring up passion, stirring up anger, causing two people to turn on each other. This past life relationship coming in between, getting in the middle, someone from Trump's past, allegedly, They used to be buddy buddy, right? They were at the kitty cat room. Let me let me not go any further, but we all know. And I knew even as a kid that that was like weird. Okay, let's move on. In the reverse, well, we have consequences in the reverse here. Huh. This is all about bad choices, games, and mixed signals in the reverse. So there's the energy of wanting to avoid consequence, right? Thinking you can pretty much get away without any consequence, trying to get out of this situation unscathed. That's what this whole thing is all about. And this is going to be where the betrayal kicks in. I'm seeing that betrayal energy because how are you getting out unscathed when you were lovers in the beginning? This was a partnership. We were doing this together. We had an ultimate goal. We both wanted to rule the world, and the Strait of Hormuz was going to be ours. And you told us that this was going to be a no fail operation. But consequences in the reverse. You know how some people just don't like to be told no, or that it didn't work out, or that they lost, or they didn't win, or they're the lesser of, or they're going home empty-handed, or that they're responsible for anything. They just don't like it. They won't have it. They would rather just blow up an entire civilization, allegedly. We have thrills, right? See, I'm telling you, bad decisions. Look at this. They can't get away from it. Continuous cycles and addictions. This is someone with past life relationships here. And now we have thrills sitting here. This is giving me the energy of like this person is a constant threat to themselves. They make bad decisions everywhere that they pretty much go. Okay. They made bad decisions in the past. This person, they may have made bad decisions with this person. This person may have knowledge of bad decisions that this person made in the past. And they're basically getting their kicks, knowing that they have this person around their finger. What a shame. And you're sold out the American people, allegedly, for your wanting to stay in this protective bubble. And what's next? Look at this, y'all. Clingy, old exes. Y'all, I can't make this up. I cannot. Dead relationships, y'all. Old ways. See, now there's an energy of clingy here. Now there's an energy of someone wanting to get the other person away from them. They want to disassociate. No, you're too close to me. You need to keep that drama over there to yourself. So which snake is going to do this to the other one? Which is the bigger one? Which is the bigger one? And you decide, you let me know what you think. And yeah, clingy and passion. Yeah, somebody's going to be getting very, very in their feelings and upset about this whole karmic betrayal. It's going to feel like, oh, okay, so now you're ghosting me. Yeah, not good, y'all. It's not going good. So we got money tree. Okay. Yeah, enjoy your wealth. Yeah, this is all about greed. This is all about money and obtaining um, the most money more than anyone ever, wanting to have access to anything and everything at the drop of a dime or a hat. This is all about greed and self. Like, this is a completely narcissistic, unhealthy individual, you guys. Just sad. The word sad was not the word I was thinking of, but it's the word that I chose to use. Okay. Love affair. Once again, we got the lovers here. Money tree and love affair. Again, this whole thing is all about money. It says, don't lose your mind. Enjoy your wealth. Don't lose your mind. Y'all, I can't make this up. Do you want to see it? Here we go. Enjoy your wealth and don't lose your mind. Okay, like the card just fell on the floor. Yeah. So we definitely know that that is what is happening right now. I told you, there's a narcissistic greed that is to the point where it's clinical. It's a clinical narcissism that is rare and probably only exists in one or two people on the planet. He unfortunately is one of them. Look, mind power. Y'all, I can't make this up. I cannot make it up. I cannot make this up, y'all. Lead with your mind. Y'all, I cannot make this up. And we're talking about the mind of our leader right now, or the leader of the free world, allegedly. Mind power. Can you imagine the cards that are coming out right now and how in succession this is with this reading? This is on point, y'all. On point. And we have foresight. Oh my God, you guys. I love this. I love this. Be farsighted and alert, y'all. Wow. It's just the energy of just the third eye's intuition, seeing, knowing what is going to happen. The entire reading that I did, y'all, please go check it out. Conspiracy Theory Shorts, episode number 23. Go back and watch it all the way through. And then go and check out episode number 73. Where is our leader? Hiding, scared, or running? Go check it out. That was some time ago, folks, like months ago when I did these readings. So you're gonna, it's gonna throw you off. The fact of what we're going through right now is exactly what was in that reading. And like I said, I had them both. We were talking about them both, but the question was asked about Israel's army and not ours. Interesting, because that's exactly where it went. Let's look at the final four and then we'll move it on to the tarot messages. Karmic ties, y'all. I cannot make this up. I told you this is karmic. We have number 8 at the beginning of the reading. I said this was all about karma. That is pretty much close to what the title of this is. Like, this is karma for mismanagement of the United States and the karmic ties that our leader has had, false deals, knowing that behind the scenes, these people really don't like you. It's an energy of you're out for your own self, but this person behind you is out for themselves. Everybody's out for themselves. You can't trust anybody. That's what this is all about. And this person has gone and made deals off the American people, off of the American dream, the American way. and they have made deals and sold their own souls. Next, we have cope. Okay. So, just like with thrills, you took a risk. You took a risk. You made the bad decision. So now let's not run away from it. You see what I'm saying? We're going to have to stick around and we're going to have to deal with it. Okay? You laid in this bed. Now you have to deal with it, sleep in it. See, karmic ties and cope. You made these deals, these false deals with these false people that don't like you and never did. Now you have to suffer the consequences and the repercussions. And the thing is, and like Iran has already told us, hey, you know, you know, brown people, we have no problem with you. The American people, we have no problem with you and as a whole, but we cannot respect the leadership and a military that fights for this leadership. So I'm telling you, it's going to take the actual sense of what is taking place right now with our military for things to actually change. Because without a military, you can fight no war. And all the military has to do is say no. What are you going to do? Trump. Are you going to activate your factories for the real reasons why they were even secured in the first place? Let's talk about it, but let's do that in another episode. Let's keep this one moving. Oh my God, y'all. I cannot make this up. Karmic ties, karmic lesson. We talked about karma at the beginning of the reading. We have the number 8 here with false person. This is all about karma. This is all about bad choices and the consequences of that. And this person they're suffering karma even though they tried to avoid it. So they tried to turn on the smaller snake. The bigger snake is going to have to end up swallowing or turning on the smaller snake, which is what is likely going to be what happens here. The fact that I even mentioned the Abraham Accords gives me chills right now because I feel like all of that is all fluff, because this is a deal maker that is very good at con work allegedly, and y'all have seen it. I don't even know why I kid myself here, but let's keep going. Well, we have spiritual gifts, which I feel like this is the only way out of this situation, honestly, is by connecting with spirit and allowing spirit to come and take over. There's going to be a spiritual awakening with the people, and there are going to be miracles. There are going to be signs. There are going to be wonders. Things are going to be happening, and things are going to also change. There's going to be a massive change. Period. Point blank. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Because I know I am. I know I want things to be better. I want society to be, cleaner. I want society to be right minded. I want society to be, I want people to be where they choose to be, doing what they choose to do. And if it's good, let it be good and let nothing affect that. When, you know what I'm saying? Right now, we're in this sin state. So we're dealing with the consequences of that by being in this situation that we cannot change. But there's going to be a change. You see what I mean? On a spiritual level, and then also on um, a level of the 3D. Okay. So wait for it. It's going to happen in Jesus' name. Thank God. Whew, thank God. And then let's go ahead and look at the tarot. We're going to look at the Fountain Tarot today. You guys, it's been a minute. I love this deck. I love the colors are muted on this deck, so it is very calming. I like a bright, colorful deck. Don't get me wrong. I like a lot of pictures and artwork and all of the jazz. I love the foil and the glitzy, glow in the dark decks, but sometimes I just want a simple yet very detailed deck. And that's what this is. I love the Fountain Tarot. Very, very simple. The images are not your average tarot images, but they are very detailed and to the point, just like my phone falling on the floor. Interesting. Okay. All right. Let's see what we can see with these tarot messages. What is the energy around our service members? What is the energy around our service members? Six of Cups in the reverse, you guys. Listen, this is not good energy. This is all about someone who just like it's a good memory when it's in the upright, right? When it's in the reverse, you'd rather not deal with it. You'd rather put it out of your mind, you know. Yeah. Okay. Um I'm also going to say that Six of Cups in the upright is about a happy childhood or um, thinking about the past in a good way, happy memories. It gives you comfort. This is very, very upsetting, frustrating. It's almost like an energy of having PTSD, emotional PTSD, literally, guys. Okay. Trigger warning if any of you deal with that. I know for a fact what that is like, and it can be debilitating. We have the Five of Pentacles here, and it is in the reverse. It is in the reverse. And this is all about charity, improvement, wanting things to get better. But with this Six of Cups in the reverse, there's a lot of emotional hurt that is being repressed and, held back. We have the Ace of Swords here. This is all about speaking a truth or bringing something to the light, okay? Communicating, cutting through the lies and the BS and the noise and the deception of it all and speaking facts, bringing clarity to a situation that is very frustrating. And this looks like the sea. It looks like water. It looks like a wave of water. And then you have this light. Interesting. This sword that is cutting through. I guess this almost is like a block of ice, is what it looks like. Interesting. The truth. The truth cutting like, wow, cutting through this ice block and showing the truth of what is really happening in order to get improvement and for things to change. Speaking out, if you will, not quite a mutiny, but it's like a protest, if you will. That is the energy around our military. They are getting to the point of they will be protesting. You know, we learn how to protest real good in this country. Okay. When we don't like something or we're not being treated well, oh yeah, first thing we are told to do is sue. If you can, take them to court. Okay? Under the deck, we have the Queen of Wands. Middleman. This is a meddler, someone who's meddling. And that Queen of Wands is all about things being heated up, right? Someone who is meddling and they're fanning the flames is what I would say. Okay? They're causing people to act or react. And we have the Six of Swords under the deck. This is someone who's getting away almost in a very quick and desperate, secretive way. Do you see what I mean? They are on a boat and it doesn't even look like they have the clothing or anything. They just are just there. Okay. And they're getting away from a situation as fast as they can. They're also vulnerable. The fact that they are unclothed on this boat getting away from a situation is telling me that they're scared. Running scared. Hello, it's me. And we have the Hierophant. Okay, there it is. This commitment, running away from a commitment. Why? Because the Queen of Wands has shown up and has fanned the flames and has caused people to act and react and do things out of greed and out of just sheer snake betrayal moves. Who knows who's going to betray who, but it may not be us betraying them. And I would hope not, because, like I say, ultimate karma is ultimate karma. And for us to have gotten karma and karmic so many different times in this reading is completely not by mistake. Okay? Please stop saying things are coincidental. Please stop. The Ten of Pentacles, again, fast moving, but there's all about a financial stability, which is at the bottom of the end of the day, what has really prompted this entire situation. Eight of Pentacles, self-fulfillment, financial goals. They came into this agreement with the Three of Wands. This is movement. This is also about being motivated to make moves, right? For the benefit of securing one's financial wealth. See? Too much, y'all. Too much playing. What a reading, folks. I feel that this is an important topic, and we're going to be raising this topic a lot louder on this channel, because if we don't speak up, people, nobody will. And we can't just lay down and let our nation go up in flames. Okay? Y'all, read your Bibles, study the word, pray, humble yourself and pray, and ask for forgiveness and pray for those All right. Who don't know any better. I love you guys so much. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow when we go live, folks. I love you. See you very soon. If you would like to book a reading with me, I will put the link to my website in the comment section. Run it up the numbers, y'all. Make sure you're subscribed. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.